The AFC South. So I think
there's a history in this league.
Brought him up.
That's an example.
So finish this.
For those who believe, for those who are ready.
you have no idea what song.
I have no idea what song it is.
It's a hot song right now. This is a free-for-all, so I'm not sure where I'll see you next, but you do want to say something about your Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's hear it.
Oh, a couple of things. Okay, so
Because technically this is the sports time slot, so let's hear it.
I do want to go to your Giants as well. And what's your team? To the Giants or Jets?
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Talking to the mic. What's your team?
Yeah.
Say Jets.
Okay,
Ooh.
Jets. Okay,
And then
so
my brother's a Commanders fan.
okay,
So
I actually kind of respect
His
the fans.
team's going to the playoffs.
I heard they're actually changing their name back to Redskins. Is that
Yeah,
true?
you notice that every
Yeah, Trump wins it.
ever since Trump wins, this woke bullshit is like
yeah, they're
like they're canceling it out.
yeah, it's
But
cool
I
to be
did
racist.
I did see how they want to go back to the Redskins,
I know.
but they keep the Chiefs, they keep the Braves, they keep the Seminoles, so
Even the
come on,
Vikings.
They keep the Vikings. I don't understand what was the big deal about Redskin and Indian.
Well, I guess they're. I don't want to beep it out, but it just shows you how weak they are if they get that offended that they say remove our name. That
Yeah.
they're not really warriors or commanding anything except disrespect,
Yeah, so
which they should. But
what
I
do you
do
want
like
to
the
talk
players.
about when it comes to the Steelers?
All right, so I was gonna say what consent is with Pittsburgh is okay. So we always hire an awesome head coach that stays for a while. That
Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, Mike
You had
Tomlin.
Bill Cowher.
Yeah, Bill Cowher, Chuck Noll that you keep for a long time, and then you run the coordinators out of town. Now, what happens when it's basically the head coach sets the tone. Like players want to play for Mike Tomlin, players always want to play for Cowher. Some didn't even want to play for Chuck Noll, but he got 4 Super Bowls. But what happens when the head coach has too much of a say and was saying, "Don't throw the ball over the middle"?
So let
Do
me
you get it where it's an offensive league where Brady even said as an announcer, not as a quarterback, but as an announcer who played the best position of quarterback of all time, where he says, throw it in the middle where you have those guys who have 36 yards in the slot and on the inline tight end to catch the ball. He says, whereas your perimeter receivers, he goes, although that you when you throw the ball, you don't risk a turnover as much. He goes, you only get like 4 to 6 yards with them. So explain the logic with that, with Mike Tomlin, with doing that.
All right, so let me ask.
So I was going to say, like, we like Mike Tomlin, but he needs to unleash his offensive coordinators.
All right, let me ask you this question: do you believe Russell Wilson is a system quarterback?
I think if you actually can run the ball, but we've lost
But
3 out of our 5.
do you think he's a system quarterback? Is Russell Wilson a system quarterback?
I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's anything like Ben, where he could
But answer
improvise.
the question then: is he a system quarterback? Does he need a system to succeed?
When he was younger, no. That just kind of happened. But as an older guy who's aging, yes, who needs to see the throwing lanes, I don't think he's mobile enough. Or at least with the younger guys, where you have like Justin Fields, who's on our team, or even I think Kenny Pickett was even more mobile. But
all right, so you
it's
believe,
turnovers. It
do
just
you-
last 2 games.
But do you
though.
believe Russell Wilson's a system quarterback?
No, I mean that deep ball is pretty good. Like he just drops it right in, and he's got a good arm. His mobility, he still has it, but he can't do it all the time. He's not,
So wait, what you're saying? So if Daniel Jones was a Pittsburgh Steeler, would they still have success?
no. Daniel Jones is Russell Wilson is a better upgrade than Danny Dimes.
So you don't believe he's a system quarterback then? Because that's what I'm trying to get out of this.
Well, I don't even think Danny Dimes or Daniel Jones is even
Daniel Jones is good. He's
starting.
an average quarterback.
But he's not even a system quarterback because what Giants haven't done anything with Danny Dimes. Like I mean, at least
get that.
Russell
Giants-
Wilson can win you a Super Bowl,
Giants
and
don't
he
even have a
has.
system in place, so that's the thing.
I know, but like, has he even won you guys a playoff game
Yeah, against the Minnesota Vikings in 2022.
with what Kirk Cousins? What's his criticism? Being a
System quarterback?
yeah, So he's like, he didn't go up against like Aaron Rodgers. He hadn't outdueled Brady. Like what quarterback has he outdueled?
Who?
Daniel Jones. Like
No one.
And when you get rid of Saquon, what happens?
They have one of the worst seasons ever.
So I don't even think he's a starter, let alone a system quarterback.
No, I get that, but you're missing my point. What I'm trying to figure out is Russell Wilson, a system quarterback. Like, do you feel like if any quarterback went to the Pittsburgh Steelers, that they would have success?
No, you got to get turnovers, but I think Russell Wilson can make it. He can throw enough points, and he can mobile enough, but the offensive line lacks a lot. And Cam Sutton is the guy who everyone's talking about on the national media.
Yeah.
Who's out of position. If you look at it, each time he goes rogue. He clearly blitzes when he's supposed to be either the robber or covering the middle of the field, where Travis Kelce goes just right like the skinny slant, and or that curl route, just like that quick pop pass. Sutton, clearly there's a void in the coverage, and everyone just looks at Sutton like, what are you doing? And it happens on multiple plays. So it's Cam Sutton. It's not Minka, although he hasn't been playing up to par. They're not calling holds on TJ Watt. He's getting held all the time, even on penalties where they showed in reverse, or on instant replay. But I think they have to get and this is where the smart teams are. Okay, so they're going back to running the football. Get yourself a Marshawn Lynch. Get yourself a Saquon. Get yourself a powerful running back and play the defense.
All right, so wouldn't you say that's why Russell Wilson won the Super Bowl back in 2013, 2014? Because he had a good running game, because he had a good defense?
But he also could make those passes. He could have, if Malcolm Butler doesn't jump that route, that's a touchdown, and they win back-to-back. And who says, they don't three-peat? They don't have the confidence for that.
Yeah, but I feel like he had...
Confidence is everything but the quarterback.
I feel like he had a lot of help.
He did have a lot of help, but he did deliver. If remember after the first Super Bowl, they go up against Aaron Rodgers in his prime, and he outshoots him in a 40...
Yeah, in the NFC Championship game.
He did that again, too, but also in the home opener. The following season.
Point. I get your
when
point.
he was younger, yeah.
I get your point, but
what do you think about
certain
him?
Quarterbacks need success. I mean, certain quarterbacks need a system to be successful.
Yeah, I mean, when he was younger, I felt like he could have won because he did beat. He just won the starting job as a third rounder, and the only thing that was wrong with him was his height. Now he's older.
So you're a Russell Wilson guy. You're a Russell Wilson fan.
Yeah, I mean, he just now he lost his confidence, and as you know, as a quarterback, that's everything.
See, I feel like he's a system quarterback because I feel like without Lynch, without that great defense, he wouldn't be able to call his own plays. He wouldn't be a play caller.
Well, he can audible, he can do all that. If you look what he did for North Carolina, and then when he transferred to Wisconsin, he knew those plays, but the problem with him was he's just 36 now. He's lost his athleticism, so he can't escape.
But if you look
the read option, everyone's caught pretty much the rush.
My former co-host, not my former co-host. Sorry, Jimmy. My co-host.
Sorry, Jimmy. You've gotten replaced by me and
Andrew,
who I never met
on the cruise. Same. Cruise
I feel so bad. They didn't even reimburse you.
No.
Well,
I didn't need it. I didn't need to be reimbursed.
Yeah, he didn't need to be reimbursed.
Well, I mean, need to be reimbursed now.
I mean, it's kind of rude to be like, "Hey, you want to come on a cruise? Oh, by the way, we're going right in the middle of a hurricane," and
everyone knows September is the worst time to come.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
on a cruise, or the worst time
find
to go
another island, guys.
Yeah, but Coco Cay wasn't bad.
Well, we didn't stop. Which one did we get?
Orlando was the one that got canceled.
Isn't that inland? I used to live in Orlando. I feel like I would have.
Not Fort Lauderdale, Port Canaveral.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, there's other islands.
Because he feels like Russell Wilson made the Pittsburgh Steelers better, and I don't believe that because it's been the same thing year in year out with the system in place.
Okay, are you talking about with Big Ben or
no matter what quarterback it is? He feels like Russell Wilson made that team better.
He did.
How? I highly disagree with that comment.
Better than Kenny Pickett.
But it's the same system. It's Mike Tomlin's system the last 20 years, and they've always been a playoff team.
Yeah, but you didn't have Ben going rogue. That was another thing that never came out in national media. Ben would intentionally ignore play callers. But what I'm talking about is Matt Canada, who we got rid of finally. The thing about Mike Tomlin is this. he holds on to guys too long, such as even right now with Cam Sutton, is you pull that guy. You've lost 3 games because you've been out of place. And everyone's telling him, hey, pull this guy. You always hold on to guys too long. And same with Canada. After the first season, they said, get rid of this guy. They kept him for 3.5 more years till they had to fire him. Tomlin just will, and a lot of these are personal relationships, and it is costing Steelers. Like, how long are you going to have TJ Watt in his prime to get the pass rusher? Like, I mean, you have Alex Highsmith under contract.
Yeah.
And then you have Nick Herbig, and then you got Minka back there. Cam Hayward is maybe a future Hall of Famer. It could be debated, and it's probably his last year. Like, this was supposed to be the year. And then also, you could have got Jerry Jeudy for a 5th-round pick, and you had Pickens. Like this, it's designed by tight end, wide receiver with the Arthur Smith system. It took us 3 years to get rid of Matt Canada. And if this is supposed to be our all-in year where we only have Russell Wilson for this season and Justin Fields on their contract for this season on the cheap, why wouldn't you make those trades?
And I look at this. If the Giants don't draft a quarterback, they should try and get Justin Fields. Or if they don't get Justin Fields, maybe try and sign Sam Darnold if the Vikings don't retain him. And also, if the Vikings do retain Sam because he's fitting well in that system and he's stepping up the game, maybe they make a trade with the Vikings for J.J. McCarthy. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so why did you guys get rid of Saquon? What was the reasoning? Did he not like the Giants?
No,
He didn't?
See, here's the thing. Everyone likes to blame Barkley.
All right.
But we did not want to bring him back. Joe Shane, who I think is the dumbest GM of all of football, and I'm going to say it.
What else? What are the mistakes that he's made? That
He said he did not want to pay a $12 million running back. He says, we're giving $40 million to Daniel Jones. We're going to keep Daniel Jones. This is his year to shine. And he let Barkley go. So people don't understand that Joe ruined this organization, and it took us a step back. So it's not so much Barkley didn't want to stay. It's just that our GM didn't want to keep him, which is an idiotic move.
so why isn't he fired?
He may be fired. We don't know, but that's why.
Okay.
Barkley left because Joe did not want to bring him back.
But do you guys have like a good defense? You have like a good
Our defense is
offensive
phenomenal.
line, wide
No one
receivers?
has had a better defense than we have, honestly.
Better than the Steelers.
No, but I'm just saying for what our record is, we have had a better defense. For
Okay.
being 3-13, our defense has been better.
Okay.
It's our offense. We don't have a quarterback. I mean, we have Malik Neighbors. We have a good running back in Tyrone Tracy. But the Giants, it's going to be a year or two before they're contenders unless they can make that big flip.
Okay. So who's in the draft that you guys are eyeing up? Because the first round goes to it's up for like the Patriots,
Yeah,
Giants,
it's the Patriots. I don't know who's going to get it. We got to find out based on the final standings. But the Giants, they're talking about Shedeur Sanders, but I don't really like him because I think there's nepotism between him and his father, Dion.
Is he a corner too?
He's a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback. Okay.
Yeah, his son Sheila's a corner. I think Travis Hunter's going to go to the Patriots at number 1 if the Patriots land that pick. So the Giants are going to be looking at Shedeur, but if the Titans get number 2, they may get a quarterback, so Shedeur may be off the market. Cam Ward's available. I'm not sure about Dylan Gabriel. I'm not sure about Drew Aller. So there's quarterbacks out there. It's just a matter of what the Giants are going to do. Are they going to have to take a chance on a Sam Darnold? Are they going to have to take a chance on a Justin Fields? I don't know. Do they keep Dabes? Do they keep Joe? Who knows? It's going to be an interesting offseason for Giant fans.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? I think the 49ers are done. I think that's over.
Yeah, so maybe the Giants go after Brock Purdy. I don't know. But the Niners, I think they're going to head towards a rebuild. Kittle's getting older.
But do you sign Brock Purdy or do you just like draft another guy?
I don't know. It's who's available.
Yeah, I mean they say he's smart, but he doesn't have the arm. But you don't really need with Shanahan's system because it's what yards after catch.
Basically, yeah.
Just like
so, it's like I don't know where the Giants are going to go from here. It's tough because they suck so bad.
I
don't know.
Okay, so who's the best? when you guys all look at the Giants, is Eli Manning the number one quarterback? Besides Lawrence Taylor, who's the best Giant?
In my mind, in my opinion, I think, of course, you'll put LT number one, but then you'll go with Strahan and Eli.
Oh, okay.
Strahan and Eli. Strahan is why I got into the Giants, why I became a Giant fan. But if I had to pick my favorite player, it's Eli Manning.
Yeah.
And I think he's better than Peyton.
Because he beat Brady twice in the win.
He beat Brady twice, and he's clutch. You look at Peyton's career, he went one and done many times in his career.
Right.
If Eli made the playoffs, he went on a run.
He did when it mattered. But he did beat Brady 3-2 in postseason. He did own Brady in the postseason.
Mm-hmm, and that says a lot.
Yeah.
That says a lot.
So that means Tom Brady could have won.
Tom Brady could have won.
What? So that puts he could have won 12 Super Bowls.
He could have won a lot of Super Bowls. He could have won like 11 or 12.
That's so insane.
Peyton beat him in I think 06. Then he beat him to get to Super Bowl 50.
Oh yeah.
He lost to Eli twice. He lost to Nick Foles. So realistically, Tom Brady could have 11 or 12 Super Bowls
easily.
And I don't hate the guy because we beat him twice.
Yeah.
He's the greatest quarterback of all time.
So 12 rings and then 13 if you count the one that his wife gave him back, right?
12 ranks. The one you could count the one the wife gave him back. That was good.
Yeah.
That was a good joke. This is the only time you kept it PG.
Yeah, I mean you got to.
I noticed that when we talked some sports.
Yeah,
you kept it PG.
Well, you asked me to keep it PG. That's all. I just like that. I'd like to put a little spice in it, but I will keep it PG rated. But I do like to go with the jokes.
Yeah, that's fine. Like the one we did last night, politics. That's fine. The one where we did the free for all, that was fun. But I like how you kept it like this.
All right, so you want it more serious or more just keep it PG?
Oh no, this one was fine. I enjoyed the conversation.
Okay, so we'll have a serious conversation. Okay, well, what about life? I feel like that's the
politics. We should talk about politics
again.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we have another election coming up in this state.
Okay.
We have the gubernatorial race this year.
All right, so we'll do that next time. James, click.
So Malibu at the diner part of the casino.
That they're gonna slip back a little bit. Ben,
Do you ever ask yourself the question as to
for this town, things that haven't been done before.
Feel like
it's more than just Joe Biden, though. Like it's just like people,
Overpay for DeGrom, and I think this is a great way for us to gather.
I'll be looking for another job after this is over. I can tell you that.
Here, with your name behind it, hoping that.
Why did Trump fire Fauci? He could have gotten rid of him.
There's a lot of things you can have checked out. So,
Talk whatever we want.
It's sports. Well, I'll tell you, no matter, I don't have to worry about my feelings to understand that.
But to go and like react from a fiscal standpoint and from a civil rights standpoint to close everything, I find it hard to get behind.
Thanks to Democrats. Thanks to the Democrats, by the way.
Nancy Pelosi should not be 84 years old and still be sitting as the House Speaker.
like an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
actually, like can get in there and like do things. Like Donald Trump Jr. Like
Puerto Rican. You're Latino.
I'm an American.
I would like Ivanka to run.
Yeah, or Tulsi Gabbard. She's.